Hello guys, welcome back to Chris Polly channel. This video I want to share about new regulation guidelines from Europe region related with in-game currency and any future impact to Black Desert Online. Okay, to enjoy watch my video, make sure you turn on this video subtitle, and also you can use timestamp that I already provide to go to target topic that you want. And if you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on bell notification to get any update and guide on Black Desert World. Okay, let's start this video content using any feature that I provide. Okay, as we know, Black Desert Online is live service game, and surely any live service game have something that they sell to their player, either in-game currency, in-game item, and etc. And we on Black Desert Online have per shop where Preabyss sell their in-game item that we can purchase it using special currency called Pearl. And this Pearl is Black Desert Online currency that we can purchase it using a coin. And this a coin is another currency that we can spend it to any game that Preabyss have. But so far, because Preabyss only have one PC game that they develop by themselves, so we only can spend a coin on Black Desert Online. By the way, I exclude EVE Online because EVE IP like fostered by Preabyss. And about Crimson Desert, Dokkaevi, Plan 8, when I record this video, all these games still not released yet. And then, as we know, Black Desert Online has been released on several regions worldwide, but because each region have their own rules, for example, special for EU region, because EU prohibited to sell any loot box, or we called it RNG box, so any RNG item that sold on per shop will not available on EU region Black Desert Online. For example, when I record this video, if you play on EU region server, I think you cannot find this Shining Traveler bundle that Preabyss currently sell it on any other region server per shop right now. And if you play on EU region server, just comment on this video comment section to confirming if this Shining Travel bundle exists on your per shop or not. And recently, after 21 March 2025, Europe Consumer Protection Corporation, or we called it Europe CPC, just releasing set of guidelines for any game company to follow in terms of selling in-game currency and any in-game item. And take notice, this is just guidelines for any game company to follow, either anything they should be taken or avoid related with their in-game currency. And these guidelines will become sample to change any existing rules in Europe region related with any in-game currency. And in future, proper law related with in-game currency will be coming out scheduled around mid-2026. And just for your information, so far that I know, there are some tier of regulation. The highest tier is law that should be followed, and the lower tier is rules. Then lower tier from rules is guidelines. And when I record this video, this regulation still in form of guidelines to follow. But once again, since I am not a person who is involved in the world of law, if you know more about law, especially in EU region, you can share your thought on this video comment section. And after this official law related in-game currency on EU is active, this is become law that any game company must follow related with anything that they can and cannot do for their in-game currency and product if they want to sell their game service in EU region. But for now, this is just guidelines for any game company to follow and prepare before this official law related in-game currency release on EU. So I think these guidelines will not impact us immediately. But in future, when the official law already released, surely any game company must follow these rules if they want to sell their service and product for EU market. And new guidelines that Europe CPC signed at 21 March 2025 have 7 principles that any game company should and shouldn't do. And in this video, I will explain it as simple as I can with some example on Black Desert Online. Okay, first principle, price indication should be clear and transparent. Simple explanation for this first principle, they want any game company to show price in real world money of those digital content or service. So for example, if you check on Pershop, Prebis should put info for real world money price beside their per price or a coin price on Pershop. So player as consumer can know how much real money costs that they spend to purchasing any item on Pershop. Okay, next for second principle is about practice obscuring the cost of in-game digital content and services should be avoided. So simple explanation for this point is to reducing layer currency to purchase any product in-game. For example, on Black Desert Online, this layer currency happen when we want to purchase item on Pershop that we need currency per to purchase any item on Pershop, but to get this per, we must purchase per box, and to purchase this per box, we must have a coin that we can purchase a coin using real life money. So on Black Desert, there are two layer currency, either a coin to purchase per as Pershop currency. And if Prebis follow this principle, maybe they will choose either a coin or per as main currency on Pershop. But I think if Prebis must choose, they will choose per as Pershop currency as its shop name. Or if they choose a coin as main currency, I'm not sure if Pershop still have its name as Pershop or not in future. Okay, next the third principle is about practices that force consumer to purchase unwanted in-game virtual currency should be avoided. Okay, simple explanation, this third principle is to stop snowball purchase effect. For example, on Pershop, if you have purchasing per box, I'm sure most of you have some leftover amount of per or a coin that you cannot spend it anymore. So if you want to fully spending your per or a coin that you already purchased previously, you need to spend more, and this is what I mean about snowball purchase effect. And this third principle, one game developer to give match value of purchasable in-game item and services to avoid this leftover currency to avoid this snowball purchase effect. Okay, next, the fourth principle about consumer should be provided with clear and comprehensive pre-contractual information. And about this fourth principle, I think most of game company already do these things because this is related with end-user license agreement and terms of service related with in-game purchase. And for example, on Black Desert Online, related with any RNG box, they give the tail percentage info for those RNG number, but still, RNG is RNG. Okay, next for the fifth principle is about consumer right of withdrawal should be respected. And this is about refund function for any in-game purchase. And on this Europe CPC guidelines, they want this refund function available within 14 days of the purchase. But if we check on Black Desert Online, even Black Desert already have refund function, but right now, refund only available for any purchase within 7 days. And I think in future, if Prebis really follow these guidelines, I hope Prebis will expand this refund function to become 14 days. Also about limit refund, 1 purchase per month. On Black Desert Online, maybe Prebis will remove this limit in future if they follow this Europe CPC guidelines. And more detail about current refund function on Black Desert Online, you can check on this video. Okay, next for the sixth principle is about contractual terms should be fair and written in plain and clear language. I think on this principle already clearly mentioned that game company must give detailed and transparent info so consumer can know and understand what they purchase, and using any clear language that everyone can understand. And next principle is special mentioning about vulnerable consumer. This is mentioning about potential consumer that can be vulnerable on the account, for example their age, mental or physical infirmity and credulity. Children also consider on this group that they suggest to avoid any advertising to interest any potential vulnerable consumer. And in terms of Black Desert Online, since Black Desert Online also have rating game for 16 years old or above, so Prebis also need to take aware about this matter. And the seventh principle, this is about game design and gameplay should be respectful of different consumer vulnerabilities. And this is still related with vulnerable consumer, especially for children, and the game must use parental control and consumer-friendly default setting to reduce the risk of vulnerable consumer being unfairly influenced. And the interesting part for this principle, these guidelines also mentioning about this is mentioning player who willing to spend excessive amount of money to video game, that they also consider this might be considered as vulnerable consumer since they are likely to struggle with impulse control or gambling disorder. And these commercial practices is to be assessed according to a stricter threshold. Okay, I think that's all info new guidelines from Europe CPC that just signed at 21 March 2025. And what do you think about all this regulation that just announced for EU game market? Just share your thought on this video comment section. And special thanks to all my membership for direct support via Patreon, Karya Karsa, and YouTube membership. And also my current member, Dubiadut, Doki, Snot, Soren, Afrilka, Elfamilia, Zenkyun, Spacebar Jazz as Gold member. And also for all my silver and bronze member, thank you so much for all your direct support. This will make Chris Poly channel running and growing more faster. If you want to support me directly, I will very grateful. And as special thanks, I will put your name on my video depend on your support level. And be noticed at some level there are have some limit, so make sure you didn't get run out for this limited space. And I will put your name on every subsequent video that I release for the duration of your support. And if you want to join my membership to support me directly, you can go to any platform for Patreon, Karya Karsa, and YouTube membership. I already put link for this membership on this video description, or you can check on top right of this video. I already put card for Patreon link. Okay guys, that's all info about new regulation guidelines from Europe region related with in-game currency. Hope all this information can be useful for you. If you like this video, you can like and subscribe to my channel for another guide and update. Thank you for watching. See you next time.